What's going on, guys? Midwest Tokusatsu here. So we now have the trailer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, set to release on Netflix April 19th, so less than a month away now. So we have a lot of details to discuss here, a lot of Easter eggs I kind of wanted to go over, and I also wanted to kind of get into where I think this will be going leading into Cosmic Fury, because that's going to be coming out later this year. So first things first, we get our setup for Rita Repulsa, who is now returned in a new robotic form, but you hardcore fans know that this most likely isn't the real Rita Repulsa, because for those of you that have seen Power Rangers in Space, you know that when Zordon died, his energy had pretty much washed the entire universe of evil, and Rita and Zed both went with that. But I've heard some fan theories speculate that Rita's evil was still out there in the universe, and it just found a new body or a new host to possess. And that's how we have her now. Now, I'm sure they're going to explain this because Power Rangers has been pretty good with its continuity. Last season in Dino Fury when they brought Lord Zed back, they explained that and how they pretty much pulled him from a time when he was at his most evil. So, if they can explain that, I'm sure they'll explain this. But we see new Robot Rita on the battlefield with the other Rangers, and it's not long after where we see that she pretty much murks Trini. You see her, she's about to hit Billy with a blast from her wand, and Trini apparently steps in the way, and that's how she dies. And I say apparently because it doesn't exactly show her running in front of it, but it implies that she takes the hit instead. So this is obviously how they're going to address the passing of Tui Trang, who died back in 2001, so almost 22 years ago. Because for years, we've wondered, where is the character Trini in the PR universe? And I think it's good that we can have some closure with her character if they're going to, leave her dead, if that's the case. Because they could very well pull some Morphin Grid shenanigans where, one of the Morphin Masters brings her back, or, they can pull a Kendricks, I think it would be kind of cheap to do that, but that's just me. So yeah, Trini's death kind of sets the stage or the tone for this special, because we instantly cut to Min, Trini's daughter, and surprisingly, they use the K word. She says she killed mom. If you know, saying killed in Power Rangers is basically like dropping the F-bomb. So they have to say destroy instead. So we then get further plot details where Rita plans to go back in time, and they say it again, so she plans to go back and kill them before they become Rangers. So again, they're making good use of that K word. And we also get a shot of what apparently looks to be the new command center, because it's even got the Hyperforce logo from what I've seen some people mention. But yeah, the command center is back apparently, because the last time we saw it, Divatox blew it up back in Power Rangers Turbo. It was called the Power Chamber then, but same building. But then we get a shot of Alpha 5. I believe it's Alpha 5 because it's voiced by Richard Steven Horvitz, but he's calling multiple Power Rangers teams to action from what it looks like, because we then cut to a screen that lists different hometowns and databases for different teams. So I think we see Reefside from Dino Thunder, Coral Harbor from Beast Morphers, the Astro Megaship from In Space, Terra Venture from Lost Galaxy, and Turtle Cove from Wild Force. And not only that, but we also see at the top of the screen that Alpha's looking at the words Bandora Protocol, which is an obvious wink-wink to Sentai fans who have seen Zyuranger, who know that Bandora is Rita's Japanese counterpart in the Sentai series. But this is when Alpha then teleports Rocky and Catherine into the command center to fill in for Jason and Kimberly, who couldn't be here for behind-the-scenes reasons I won't get into. But then we get the obligatory It's Morphin time with Zack leading the charge, and the Rangers are sent into battle to fight what look like robotic versions of Minotaur and Snizzard from Season 1. So we then cut to some fight footage, and then we get a shot of Adam and Aisha on a screen, on a video call, in their SPA uniforms, as we've discussed before. So we still don't exactly know what SPA stands for, but I think we do know that they are at least connected to SPD in some capacity. So whether that's Space Patrol Alpha or Space Patrol Academy, we'll just have to wait and see if they answer that at all. Because if this is just going to be a cameo from Adam and Aisha on a video screen, there's a very good chance that they might not address that at all, but we'll just see. So there's a little more fight footage cut into there. And then we get a moment where they teleport into the juice bar where they fight putties on Morph. So I'm sure that's going to tug at the nostalgia strings for a lot of people out there. Mine included. I'm not going to front. And then like the last big thing to mention towards the end of the trailer was the Zord footage. So we have a recreation of the Zord Stampede from the show, or the Sentai footage, and it's CGI this time, so this is like all original. And then we get a final shot of the Megazord, which is also CGI, and it looks to be a space battle, or it could just be a nighttime battle, I don't know. But it's got the power sword, it's charging up and whatnot, like it's really cool. I thought they would have had the suit made available to them, but maybe they could do more in CGI, and maybe it'll look decent, so yeah. And then it ends with a scene of Zack and Min, with Zack just like, hey, we saved the world before, no big deal, and yeah. So all in all, I was pretty impressed with this trailer. Like, the tone seems to be there to like draw in that like wider audience. The filming style does look similar to like modern PR with like Dino Fury and Beast Morphers, but I guess that's kind of to be expected. But I think the cinematography does look kind of like bland, like it lacks a sense of stylization. So I wish like there could have been more done on that part, but I understand like they only had so much time to film this and so much time to get it together, so there are going to be some sacrifices to be made. But writing-wise and dialogue-wise, I think this is looking to be something special. Because you know I've had my problems recently with Dino Fury and Beast Morphers having moments of like juvenile dialogue to where I don't think it's quite hitting the right audience, you know? So if this special is as good as it looks, I kind of hope like they can like take some things from this and kind of like bleed it into the show, if that makes sense. And my fingers are crossed that maybe we'll get some of that in Cosmic Fury, because apparently this is supposed to lead into this, where Billy is supposed to show up in Cosmic Fury. So, like, I know Cosmic Fury is still tied to Dino Fury, but something tells me that they are making some sort of effort to like try and age this up just a little bit, you know? But I'm going to go ahead and end here. So what did you think of the trailer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And this is Mills Tokusatsu, signing off.